site, again staff are asked. People who need help remain seated. And you assume again they're being supported. We at Congress ask the CEC to look into this and help support these vulnerable people. I second.
Would the mover of 370, London Region, to come forward? It's Rowan and Eddie.
Okay. No good turning the lights on, Mary, because I won't see them. Eddie Franklin, London Region, moving motion 370, parking on pavements. First time delegate, first time speaker. Thank you. President, Congress, question. Is it against the law to park on the pavement? Answer, yes it is. Article 34 of the 1988 Road Traffic Act. Question. Is this law enforceable by the police? Yes it is. Question. Do they enforce this law? No. The law states that driving onto pavements is against the law, but this law seems to incorporate something called a grey area. And this grey area is the distance between the parked vehicle, be it a car, van, lorry, and a fence, a wall, or anything that's on the other side of the car. It should suffice for a wheelchair, a person with walking aids, a mum with a pushchair, or someone like myself who uses the aid of a guide dog. Pardon? Oh yeah, I was walking with my dog, and she stopped, as she's trained to do, if there's an obstacle on the path in front of us. With the aid of my cane, I discovered a car parked across the pavement. And so, turn the dog to the road, make sure it's safe to proceed, ask the dog to go forward, go round the car to the pavement as quickly as possible. To my horror, there were 3 cars parked, and there was I, with the traffic piling up behind me and coming towards me, but my faithful, lovely dog took me safely round and back onto the pavement. But let me tell you, this was one scary moment. And colleagues, imagine how dangerous this would be for a wheelchair, the person with walking aids, or the mum with a child in the pushchair. Guide dogs are currently campaigning for a law to outlaw parking on all pavements in streets, except where specially designated. A bill was presented to the last government by Guide Dogs and 18 other charitable organisations, including Living Streets, an 85-year-old charity that works tirelessly for the rights of pedestrians. This bill was to make provision for the safety, convenience and free movement of disabled people, elderly people, people with children and other pavement users, and would clarify and simplify the law of parking on the pavement. This is as important for the present government as for the old government. If the law for parking on pavements can be implemented and worked by a few authorities in places such as the Met in London, Thames Valley Police and Exeter Council, who have a complete ban on all pavement parking. And actively enforced, yeah. Then why not all of them? In doing so, they could also generate a tremendous amount of revenue from fines. Over £1 billion is spent every year on the repairs to pavements where cars and other vehicles have driven over them. This motion asks our executive to put safety first and campaign for a law on ban on pavement parking. Colleagues, I ask for your support on this motion. And remember, roads were built for cars to move on, pavements were built for people to walk on in safety. I move.
Well done, Eddie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie, and thank you, Fran. Seconder.
President Congress.